Degenerate Friday here at Pick Dogs. Of course, that means degenerate bets are welcome and encouraged. You got 18 parlay. Today's the day to make it 9, and all kinds of other stuff going on. Chris, how's it going? Tom Brady, is he shot or not?
Well, for me, I'm not too shabby today, but I gotta say, I don't know what's going on with Tom Brady. I mean, he looked like he had it figured out early on in that game, and then the Ravens just turned it on and sort of ran all over the Bucks at that point, and really Brady never could recover.
You think Jay Briggs bad vibed them at halftime, acting like that they had a legitimate shot there? Do you think that was part of the problem? Jay really was confident there that the Bucks were going to pull that one out.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
I think what happened this year is Jay got off to a really hot start at halftimes, and I didn't. It was cold at halftime, but now he's starting to realize it's like, hey, wait a minute, this guy's his best things are halftimes, and it's like I'm starting to roll on these things, but it's okay. I enjoy doing them with them, but yeah, I think that what we've seen we look at the Rams and the Bucks, and both those teams, I mean, in the Packers, we could say Aaron Rodgers has no help at all. No receivers and no running game. But the Rams and the Bucks just can't run the football. They just can't run the football.
Yeah.
And if you can't run the football, they're going to lay back in the pass for you.
That's exactly what happened. In the first half, the Bucks were running the ball and giving him time to be able to throw the ball. Second half, now. Ravens were like, nah, you're not going to run the ball. We are going to run the ball, and we're going to run it down your throat the whole half. The Bucks just had no answers. It was like, ooh.
Yeah, it was. It was not as close as the score. That's for sure.
No. Even the coach of the thing, he's like, no, we owned it. We're 2-5. We own it.
Yeah, well, doesn't help. It doesn't help.
Nope, doesn't help.
Doesn't help. Pretty terrible. What happened in the NBA last night? We have Mavericks overtime win. The Kings, all the sharp chasers got buried on the Kings.
Memphis pounded them like they normally do. Win by 20. It wasn't 20 like they normally do. It was like,
oh my God, I had NC State. I'm dropping my porn name of Jack Chambers. I'm changing to something else. It's like my porn star name is no longer Jack Chambers after last night's performance. I mean, what was that? NC State, man. What was that?
How about Utah? I don't know what that was. I was hoping they would lose. I had them on the money line. It was like, come on! You're not allowed to come back and win by 1.
Yeah.
If you're not going to cover, then you got to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Utah got me. They decided they weren't going to play their starting quarterback, and they didn't tell anybody. That's nice.
I think Giselle's filed for divorce because he's 2-5. She's like, I reconsidered, but 2-5, and that running game, I don't think so. But that ground attack, I just can't get there.
You son of a bitch! I bet you get backdoored by the fuck.
I've seen bad ground games, but Leonard Fournette is shocked.
What is your reason for divorce? Money? No. Back-to-back losses to the Steelers and Panthers,
and the Ravens.
And the Ravens, yeah.
Home loss. Terrible. Anyways, we got Game 1 of the World Series tonight, Chris. We got the Astros taking on the Phillies. Now, this has happened many, many times before, where one team has come into the World Series sweeping their way in. And I will tell you, 100% of the time, they go into the World Series and kick the crap out of the other team. I love the Astros. I'm going Astros sweep on the series here. I don't see Philly even getting a whiff here. I've seen this a million times. Teams have swept their way through the playoffs, and as soon as they get to the World Series. So the Phillies, they didn't have any days off, right? They went the full distance the first series, and then right into the second series, and they kind of had the wild card right after the season. So they haven't had extended time off like they've had this week. The Astros have had extended time every time because they've swept their series, and they got a bye in the wild card round. So another advantage to the Astros, aside from being home and playing in 4 of the last 6 World Series and having that type of experience. This just looks like about as big a mismatch of a World Series as I've ever seen. You've got the team with the best record in the American League against the team with the worst record of all the playoff teams in the National League. And what am I missing here? I mean, is there any reason to watch this? Because by moving the series back to the end of the week like this and not just playing it, out as it naturally would, they've lost all interest, of anyone that was interested in this thing is now tuned out, and they're thinking BYU East Carolina tonight. What do you think here, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, this is almost sort of the same scenario from last year where, the Braves entered the playoffs with the worst record, and the Houston Astros, they were second in the American League, but still the Braves came in and won that series. But again, I don't necessarily hold the Phillies and the Braves from last year sort of on the same plane. I think you're right. I think the Astros.
The
just
Phillies were level all season. The Braves, to make the playoffs last year, they came out of nowhere. Remember, Acuna Jr. had gone down. They were done and written off, and kind of got hot. But the Phillies have gotten hot in the last couple series. But we've seen teams like that make the World Series, and they get slaughtered. I mean, they traditionally get just absolutely crushed when it comes to the series.
Yeah, I do think that this is, the experience comes into play here. I think, Justin Verlander, he's been there, done that. I think Aaron Nola, he's had, great starts in the postseason, but I think we saw what we expected to see from Verlander in his last playoff start against the Yankees. He shut down New York. He shut down the Phillies in that series to close out the year. I think, at minus 164, I think the Phillies even getting plus 140 here, getting a bit too much respect. I think this line should be closer to minus 180 or minus 190. So I would take the Astros in this one.
When you look at the Astros, the series price of minus 185 and the Phillies at plus 161, straight up. I mean, is there a bigger gift in the history of the world than this? I mean, I just don't. I don't think there's ever been a bigger gift than this. This is better than Mayweather, Conor McGregor, because you're getting better odds on it. But it's about the same probability.
I mean, since it's Degenerate Friday, you might as well put out some bets on correct score, or correct series score. Bets like you could take the Astros to sweep plus 900, 4-1 plus 550.
Love the plus 900 on the sweep.
Yeah, and even if you get to 6 or 7 games, you're still getting plus 350, plus 375 on that. So you put $100 on that on each, you hit one of those.
I think you're getting plus money there because the probability of the Phillies winning a game in the series are slim to none.
No, for sure. I'm just saying, in the event they do win a couple of games, you're still getting, you're still going to, come out ahead on any of those if you put down $100 on them.
I mean, if you can bust up the New York Yankees and strike out Aaron Judge 37 times in one series, you sure as hell can beat the Phillies, like a drum. You talk about the power hitters on the Phillies, Bryce Harper and Schwarber and stuff like this. Well, Aaron Judge and Stanton are pretty good too. And, I think Aaron Judge is the MVP, right, of the American League this year, and he looked quite human against the Astros pitching staff. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, that's for sure. But I don't know. Rod, what do you think?
I like the first 5 over 3.5 in this one. I think we see some runs. I think everybody's humping up on the under, and I think we see some runs in this one. I like the over 3.5. I think we can get to 4. I think you get a bloop and a blast from each side, and you're over that 3.5. So I'm going to go with the over 3.5 in the first 5. I think we see some runs.
I'm on the Nerfy. I'm on the other side. like the nerfy. I just think you have a team that's been there, done that, and kind of knows the whole routine and has kind of been there. And the other team, you've got one player that's kind of been there and done that, and nobody else. You got Kyle Schwarber, who was there with the Cubs. But nobody else. Nobody else really has this type of experience on the big stage. We saw Bryce Harper come through against the Padres, but there's a big difference between the Padres and the Houston frickin' Astros. These guys, their setup man is a closer on any other team, right? Montero is a closer.
Yeah.
He was a closer, before he got there. He was a closer on Seattle, right? Now he's a setup man. These guys are freaking ridiculous. Framber's got the hair extension still in. He's pitching well with them. I don't know. I just think Bregman's hitting at the right time, and the Astros have left a million guys on base, and that's why I'm kind of looking at that over, and you kind of say maybe, but the Astros, they don't, like the Phillies clean up. They get guys on base, they clean it up. They hit the home run. That's how they score, and that's how they've done it. They've made the most. It's like they hit the 3-run home run. The Astros, they have the bases loaded. They hit a single, 2 guys score, and then they're out of the inning. And they leave the 2 guys on.
Right, yeah.
Right? It's like they've done that all season long. So, I don't know. I don't see it, personally, but I've been dead wrong. This is my worst year ever handicapping, so probably a good time to fade me. But I could be back-end loaded. Who the hell knows? The last 2 months of the season. Could be last 2 months of the year. Could be my run. But I don't know, man. Mattress Mac, the thing about Mattress Mac is that he doesn't really have, the other, it's just a hedge bet. It's not a true bet at the window bet. It's just a hedge for him. It's not, he doesn't have, he doesn't. Yeah, Verlander was also, Verlander is doesn't have a great postseason record, but last time out he sure as hell looked like he was just fine. And you don't think he doesn't know that, coming into this? You don't think that he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to show his very, very best stuff? He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You want to bet against him, then that's your business. But it's tough because you can't really lay run lines with the Astros because they leave so many guys on base and they play in so many unders. So it's like it's tough to lay the run line with them. I don't know. He doesn't choose the Astros. You guys clearly don't understand the Mattress Mac bet. So he's a furniture salesman, and he has a promotion. If the Astros win the World Series, you get your furniture for free. So he has, 10 million in sales or something, or 15, 20 million in sales on this promotion. And if the Astros win, he's on the hook for that. But what he does is he bets the Astros to win the World Series, the other side of it. So just like basically, a bookie does or the Vegas does, is they try and offset the action. That's all he's doing. Yeah. So he doesn't have a position. So all you're seeing is one half of his bet. You're not seeing the whole thing. I like the Pena MVP at plus 1,600. I'm with you there, Robert Franklin. I like that as well. Chris, any prop MVP for the series?
Let me see who World Series.
Kyle MVP. Schwarber. If Philly wins, it's going to have to be Harper or Schwarber.
Yeah,
definitely. It's the only way.
Yeah. You know what?
There's no value in losing. I'm taking the Phillies for value. There's no value in losing. It's like I've learned that one the hard way.
Yeah, I like Pena. I might take a shot on Yuli Gurriel at plus 26 or 20 plus 2,800.
What about Alvarez?
Alvarez plus 600.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so hot right now coming in. He's so hot.
Actually,
Wheeler wins both his games. He could win for the Phillies. If you look at the
Yeah,
Phillies.
but that's not going to happen. It's going to be sweet. He's only going to get one start, and he's going to lose. So it's,
He'll get more than, he'll get 2.
No, he won't. Not if it's 4-zip.
If that's why I said he has to win his 2 starts.
Oh,
If he can get 2 starts.
That's not going to happen. We're writing it off as a non-event. Who do you like, the 49ers or the Rams this weekend?
You know what? if we're going degenerate Friday, I'm going to go with Martin Maldonado for World Series MVP plus 15,000.
I don't like that one.
Who?
I mean, Altuve's been so cold. If he can get the bats
It's
going,
ice cold if he can get going.
Ice cold, man. If he gets going,
Ice
it's
cold.
over. It's over.
Oh yeah.
Wheeler has been shut down this postseason, but he hasn't faced the Astros, who are better than either of the teams that he beat. And when they played the Astros at the end of the season, they got their asses kicked.
No, Nola shut out Houston 3-0.
That's all right. Got lucky. The Astros had already clinched everything at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Right. They weren't trying for that one.
All right. So we're all in agreement here. It's an Astros sweep. Anyways. I don't think you guys haven't really agreed at all. Rod, who do you like for MVP?
If you like the
Nola?
Phillies, then like I said, if you like the Phillies, you got to take Schwarber or Wheeler. And if you like, I like that Pena as well on Houston. He's just been that guy that's in that clutch hit that they need.
He's in the zone.
Done it.
He's in the zone.
He gets that clutch hit.
He's in the zone. He's in the zone. Just that
And a
guy.
plus 1,600. He got to string a little on that. How can you not?
I think that the 5 days off has to hurt the Phillies a lot more than the Astros, who have been playing with days off all postseason long. And the Phillies haven't.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's a good chance for them to rest up. But I don't know. We have our Become a Capra contest coming up. Starts December 1st. It's not funny, Rod. It's a very serious contest. It's very serious.
That's not what I was trying.
Just make sure we need everybody at peak health for this one.
Peak health. Yeah, that's definitely peak health.
Yes, there'll be no passes. I say if you miss 1 day of picks, you're out this year.
I like that. Yeah.
Yep. If you miss one
No
day,
excuse.
no picks, you're out.
Yep.
Because December 24th, National Ruffalo Day, is actually an NFL Sunday this year.
It's an NFL Sunday this year, so you know Ruffalo this Christmas.
So, yeah, and then there'll be NBA on Christmas. So it's like it's
No
not like there's
Ruffalo
just
in
one
stocking
game.
this year.
Yeah, it's not like there's just one game. Anyways. Yeah, well, you guys will all have your chance, except if you're an asshole, because we have a strict no asshole policy. We reserve the right to deny anybody employment, that's for sure. Believe it or not, I'm not always that easy to work with. I know it's tough to believe. I think I'm fair. I think I'm tough but fair. I keep it honest.
Yep, definitely.
But I think I give everybody an opportunity to be successful as well.
Just as long as you're not an asshole.
As long as you're not an asshole. Become a capper. We actually have some other sites that want to join in with us on some contest stuff. So I'm excited about that. I have a call today about that. Maybe they'll want to be and help us with the Become a Capper contest. I like these guys. They have a real shit attitude. Fit in perfectly. They don't suggest anything for improvement. His gripe about everything. I like that. Misunderstood. And as we go to NBA. All right.
NBA.
Yeah, why not? So I think we're in a little bit. We didn't really give out a lot of information there about the World Series. After all that, tried to squeeze these guys a little more. I have no idea who they have. If they have picks tonight. You guys, you having premiums tonight on World Series?
I do not.
No, Rod.
I do.
Rod does. I do as well. We got the Pistons against the Hawks. Of course, the Pistons own the Hawks against the spread. We know that because we have the betting tools. The Magic down to +2 against the Hornets. 0-5. Tonight could be the night. Boston against Cleveland. Celtics 6.5-point favorites. My guess Garland's not playing in that one. And we've got the Raptors now +1 against the Sixers after they just beat them at the same number. Rod, what do you think? Or Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Hornets still. The Hornets do have a bit of a look ahead spot with the Golden State Warriors on deck. I think on the second half of their back to back, but the Magic just missing almost half their lineup. It looks like no Wagner, no Suggs, Jonathan Isaac still missing. This is just a banged up Magic team, and the Hornets still no LaMelo Ball or Terry Rozier, but they didn't have any problems when they didn't have those guys. They almost beat the Knicks outright in New York, so. I got to go with the Hornets in that one. I'm going to take a shot with the Pistons plus the points. I think, I think it's too many with the Hawks. I think the Pistons fully capable of going at home, taking care of business against the Hawks. I don't know. I lean towards Detroit in that one, but I think the stronger play for me of the two here is going to be the Hornets.
Gary Trent's gone off in every game this season. It's not just the one game. He's gone off in every game. Rod.
I like Detroit in that one against the Hawks. Hawks are awful covering the spread. 1-3 this season. 0-1 on the road. And Detroit
and they play Milwaukee tomorrow, so it's the look ahead.
This is this weird home and home hoopla. Didn't Detroit just cover the spread a couple days ago? I think they do it again. I think Detroit plus the points in that one. And I definitely don't believe in Magic. I don't believe in Magic. As Chris said, they're definitely beat up. 0-5, make that 0-6. Charlotte's a better team. They come in and pound Orlando in that one. And I don't get this whole Raptor thing. What are they trying to do? Maybe -1, +1. Give me the Raptors on the money line. They beat the 76ers again. 0-2 on the road. 0-2 against the number on the road. 1-4 against the spread. 76ers stink. Fade them. Take the Raptors in that one.
I'm going to take the Cavs plus the points against the Celtics on this line mover. Celtics have been good at home. They've been good in general. The one game we saw them at home, they beat up the Sixers. And they've been good this year. But I like this Cavs team, man. I like them. I know Garland's out, but this Donovan Mitchell, man, he's equally as good as he was with the Jazz, if not better. And, Mobley doesn't even have to do anything. Imagine if he actually tried, put forth minimal effort. I like it. I like the Cavs. I think the Hawks are in trouble here. Plus, they play Milwaukee tomorrow. Look ahead.
Looking ahead.
I like the Hornets against the Magic. It looks like a sucker line here with the sharp chasers all over the Magic, just like they were on the Kings last night. And I like the Raptors against the Sixers. In fact, I would probably parlay up the Pistons on the money line with the Raptors on the money line and the Cavs on the money line. Just throw those three together because I can. Because I got a big bankroll after last night smashing that halftime on the Ravens. It's one of those ones where I'm talking, and so I bet it while I'm talking, and then I forget that I've already bet it, and so I bet it again now, and then I'm like, man, I should bet that again before the line goes away, and I bet it again, so I've got it 3 times. The Ravens were plus money the second half, minus a half a point, plus 105.
Right? No sense to me.
Who the hell do they think they're talking to here? It's like, if we put you realize if we put plus 105, Mitch will probably bet this thing 3 to 4 times. It's like, yes, I realize that. Got the Blizzards against the Pacers. Got the Bucks against the Knicks. The Timberwolves against the Lakers. Are the Lakers tanking this year? And the Spurs against the Bulls.
Yeah, I think the Lakers might be throwing up the bricks for Vic and trying to go after Wembanyama here, but
but then you got to win the lottery, so it's not like there's a lot more
true.
to it, right? It's like
this is true, but the Lakers still banged up. Anthony Davis back on the injured list. Russell Westbrook questionable. LeBron probable for this game, but to me it doesn't matter. The Lakers dead last in the league in offensive efficiency. They've been playing decent defense, but I just don't think that they're going to be able to hang here again. Worst in the league in shooting 3 points and or 3-point percentage, and I think the Timberwolves just a better team. They're starting to get the chemistry going. They finally got one against the Spurs the other night. Woke up a little bit, and I think the Timberwolves just a better team here. So I'm going to take Minnesota in that one. I'm also going to take the under between the Knicks and Bucks. Bucks just playing some solid defense. They just stifled the Nets. Maybe that says more about the Nets than it does the Bucks, but I think that the Knicks are due to regress offensively a little bit, and the Bucks not going to make anything easy for them. So I'm going to take the under between New York and Milwaukee.
Rod?
And I like Washington here over Indiana. Indiana's awful. They have not looked good this season at all. And Washington just playing the better team. Perfect at home, 2-0. 1-0-1 against the number. Pacers 0-2, 0-2 against the number. I like the Wizards in that one. And I like the Bulls here. I think the Bulls come into San Antonio and pound up on the Spurs in that one. Spurs have not been good at home in their one lone home game this season. I think the Bulls have their number in that one. And I like the under in the Lakers. It opened at 227 up to 229. I don't get that move. All of a sudden the Lakers are going to score a big pile of points. I don't see that at all. I'll take the under Lakers. Timberwolves.
Boy, we got Kenobi here in the comments. Super bossy. It's like we kind of go through the games is what we do on the show. So it's like, I mean, you could yell out requests from the band all you want. We're playing Freebird. It's like it's gonna happen. It's like it might not happen. It might not be the first song we play, but trust me, if you're at the show, we are playing Freebird tonight. It's like you go to the Skinner concert. It's like, did they play Freebird? It's like, nah, they passed on that one.
They're not gonna do that one tonight.
I said James Taylor, and he's like Carly Simon, or not Carly Simon. What's her name? Tapestry. Carole King. It's like Carole King wrote this song for me. It's like, little did I know at the time I'd be playing it every day the rest of my life. He's like, worst things that could happen to you. He's like, but he's like, at least if it's one you have to play every day the rest of your life, is like, at least it's a good one. It's You Got a Friend.
Play Piano Man.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Freebird! What song is it you want to hear?
The one that doesn't suck.
Freebird! I never wear my Skinner shirt like on the videos. I'm always a little skittish on Skinner as far as I love Skinner, but kind of like I don't want people to misrepresent and think like I'm a Confederate flag waving whatever. And it's like I don't it's just music. They don't represent that in their music, and it's kind of like, but I don't want to ever be confused on that level. So it's like that's why I don't wear my Skinner shirt. Maybe it's weird, that I don't. Maybe I should. I love Skinner. Everyone likes Skinner.
How could you not like Skinner?
I don't know. I just think I just think that they came through at a time. The band came through at a time when it was things were seen differently. You know. So I just remember the Skinner show that I was at. There was a lot of Confederate flags. And it's like, I don't think people saw that as a representation of what the Confederate flag represents, which is bad, right? We know that. I think they saw it just as a representation of the South. At least that's the way that I saw it, you know? I never knew any different. I didn't even understand all this other stuff. But, now I fully get it. And, I would never want anyone to think that about me. Anyways. Wizards against the Pacers, the Bucks and the Knicks. The Bucks are in blowout mode. They're just in blowout mode right now. You don't want to get in the way of that. Everything's 20 plus, right? The Lakers have quit, which is usually a good time to take them right now. After everyone got beat on the everyone kind of was on the Lakers the other night, right, to get it done, and then they got crushed. So tonight's probably the night to get on them.
The Sharps have been getting housed in the NBA this season.
Oh, crushed. They got killed on the Kings last night.
I think they got crushed on 3 yesterday.
They got they got busted up on the Kings. They got busted up. I mean, the Kings were never even in the game. They were never even close to covering. Not once. It was like they shrunk it to single digits, and then
to 2. They were all like ass slapping. It was Fox and what's his name were getting all excited, and the crowd was going nuts. People were like, "Yeah, look at these guys back." Even the announcers got into it. And the next thing you know,
Gold Leo giving out picks for yesterday's game.
We are the champion.
Congratulations. Thank you for your service. Huh. Spurs Bulls. I don't know. I'm going to pass on that one. Straight roof flow. Got the Nuggets taking on the Jazz, the Suns against the Pelicans, and the Blazers against the Rockets.
This is going to be my DGen Friday. Probably going to parlay up the Jazz money line and the Rockets money line. I like the way the Jazz have been playing. Denver still got some serious defensive issues, and the Jazz, they already beat the Nuggets in Utah. I think they returned the favor, but in Denver this time, I think the Jazz just, like I said, there's nothing here that suggests the Nuggets should be favored by 8.5 with the way they haven't been playing defense. So I like the Utah Jazz money line in that one, but you can take them with the points if you want. And I like Houston. I think this is a Houston team that's going to battle hard. Portland, obviously no Damian Lillard, in this game. And while Portland does have a lot of pieces that can, sort of rally the troops and put up a solid showing here, I think the Houston Rockets are due to get one here. 4-1 against the spread. I think you don't even need the 4 points. I think they win this game outright. So I'll take Houston on the money line.
Do you think? Do you like the chicken nugget better than the tender? Because we know Rod likes the tender. Do you prefer the nugget to the tender? Like at Chick-fil-A, you can get either way. You can either get the tender or you can get the nugget. Theirs are like a little square type nuggets. They're like they're not like the flat. What do you call it, Rod? Mechanically separated chicken.
Mechanically separated chicken nugget. Yuck. Because then it tells you, it says and or, and then they got and or in there, and it's like, oh, and or maybe includes chicken intestine.
So McDonald's has fish in their nuggets, right?
What?
Right, McDonald's actually has fish in their chicken nuggets.
Fish and nuggets?
That's what I've always heard.
Really? I've never heard that. I thought it was all white meat in their nuggets. It's just
all white meat chicken in the all white meat mechanically separated chicken in the McDonald's chicken nuggets. All white mechanically separated chicken meat.
Yep. May or may not include a little bit of bleached. So
For the record, I slightly prefer tenders over nuggets, but
yeah, I like tenders. I'm a tender guy, definitely. Oh my god, those things are so good.
Here's what happened. We tried fishing with chicken nuggets.
How did that go?
They caught tarpon.
Nice.
Do you think we should change the name of the Jazz to the Jazz Hands, or do we just let it go?
I like Jazz Hands.
Yeah, I think we go to the Jazz Hands.
Yeah.
Chicken nuggets versus Jazz Hands.
the Utah single ladies. The Utah Beyonces.
I definitely like the Jazz today.
All right, well, who do you like in these games?
I agree. I like the Jazz here. That's too many points for the Denver Nuggets to be trying to cover. And I like the under in Houston and Portland. No Lillard, like Chris said in this one. So I like the under. You look, the under between these two teams is craziness. It's 11-4 the last 15 meetings between these two teams. And with no Lillard, that's a whole lot of points not being scored. So I like the under 222.5 in that one.
We do not use the process known as mechanically separated chicken, nor do our McNuggets ever at any point look like the photo, the pink slime photo.
Oh, I forgot about the pink slime.
Yeah.
The sludge.
The press release isn't always convincing.
You okay?
They did a
Chick-fil-A nuggets look like they take a chicken breast and they just chop it into cubes and then bread it.
But there's got to be more to it than that. I think they dump about a half of one of those Morton salt containers on it.
Oh, definitely, definitely they do. Oh yeah.
let me taste this. Is it missing anything? You might try a little more salt. I like the Jazz in this one against the chicken nuggets. Jazz Hands. I'll take the Pelicans against the Suns plus the points.
It's chicken. It's not like the McRib.
I saw something, so I drove by McDonald's and it said McRib farewell tour.
Yeah, they brought. I guess in the States they got the McRib farewell tour, so they brought the McRib back out and be like pretending it's like this is the farewell tour of the McRib.
Until the next
You'll
time.
never see it again, right? Until the next time. It pops up every few years. So you got to get the McRib.
There's a McNugget that sold for $8,100 on eBay, and it was the one that looked like George Washington.
That's great. Wasn't there a chip that looked like Jay Leno?
Right? I think so, and it sold for big bucks.
Or there was a chip that looked like Elvis.
And a Mother Teresa chip too, I think.
Ruffalo, here's a goal for you. I know you're a goal setter.
Okay.
The record for eating McDonald's McNuggets in a single sitting was 155.
Oh, jeez.
Held by Food Meets Beard.
Okay.
Facebook live streamed the event trying to eat 200. He didn't hit 200 mark, but came in a respectable 170 nuggets for the record.
I'm in.
Usain Bolt ate 1,000 chicken nuggets in the 2008 Beijing Olympics.
That's all he ate was chicken nuggets.
Yep.
Oh.
He didn't want to eat the Chinese food, so he ate McDonald's.
Yep. So he ate chicken. I can have chicken nuggets. No.
47,500 calories. I ate a box of 20 for lunch and another for dinner. next day I had 2 boxes for breakfast and 1 for lunch, and then another couple in the evening.
What are you, the guy from Supersizing, the Big Mac guy?
So I don't know.
Woke up the first day they had Big Macs. I went and got 3 Big Macs, and then I went back and got 3 more for lunch, and then I got 3 more for dinner, and so I had 9 Big Macs. I remember that interview like it was like the back of my hand.
Chick-fil-A says their nuggets are breaded at every store. Hand-breaded at every store.
Hand breaded, yes. That's why I said they could
We're
chicken
gonna
breast.
send
and
Rod into the back for this process. He can be like behind them doing the hand breading while they're breading the nuggets. Going, see,
they cut the chicken breast into little cubes. Try to get as a uniform piece as you can, so you get even cooking.
I chopped the chicken. I bread it.
And then you hand bread it to go. Hand bread it to order. That way it gets the best.
Anyways, I'm on the Pelicans and the Jazz here. I'll parlay them up on the money line just for the hell of it. So my money line parlay is expanded to the Detroit Pistons. I'll take the Cavs on the money line. I'm going to take the Cavs on the money line, the Lakers on the money line, with the Pelicans and the Jazz hands.
See, I'm the guy that goes
actually, you know what? I think the Jazz hands, I'll cut it down to 4.5 points instead of the 8.5 that I'm getting. So we'll still get plus money and points.
See, and I'm the guy that goes into the McDonald's and I get the fillet of fish. People are like, "You're going to order the fish? What's wrong with you?"
How do they get it squared, the fish?
How do they make it? Same thing. You just process it into a square patty.
So is it a piece of fish, or is it like they take fish?
It actually it looks like a piece of fish, because when you bite into it, it actually has the flaky separated sections of fish. So it doesn't look like a chicken nugget fish patty.
So it is fish that they just cut square.
Yeah,
what kind of fish is it?
It's a pollock.
Fillet?
Whitefish.
I thought it was fillet.
Yeah, a pollock.
Filet-o.
Yeah, pollock.
That's
Filet-o pollock.
Filet-o.
Pollock is a fish. It's a whitefish.
Yes. Did you catch any fish today? Yes, I caught a filet-o.
Filet-o. The reason why I get a fillet of fish is because they cook it fresh to order. It's not sitting in a tray. You can't keep a fillet of fish sitting in a tray. Yuck.
I haven't even been into a McDonald's in probably 20 years. I haven't eaten at McDonald's since I was 6. They didn't even have half this stuff that they have now. They had like chocolate shakes.
Some use cod. See, like I said, some use cod, but I'm quite sure it's pollock. You can look, it's pollock.
I thought it was filet. College football. Fun never ends here. 43 minutes in. We're going to actually talk about a game. We've got FIU against Louisiana Tech and BYU in East Carolina. FIU did it for me last week on the live show after I gave out Iowa on the money line against Ohio State. I also gave out FIU on the money line against Charlotte at Jerry Richardson Stadium. And this week, though, Florida International back to being a home dog, where it has been a death march for the Panthers. And then BYU against East Carolina. BYU's played a heavy-duty schedule this year, man. Heavy-duty. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to take Louisiana Tech laying the points here. You look at FIU. Their home games this year, they beat Bryant in overtime to start the year. Again, the FCS team should have won outright. And FIU had a battle back in that game. But in the 2 games against FBS teams, they've lost 33-12 to UConn and 30-10 to UTSA. Louisiana Tech, just a far better offensive team here. It's the defense they have to worry about, but I just don't think that FIU's in a position where they can take advantage of Louisiana Tech's shortcomings on defense. So I'm going to take Louisiana Tech laying the points in this one.
What's the most nuggets you've ever eaten? Do you ever just sit down and just pound, a couple cards?
There have been questionable nights. I won't. I think if I can recall, one night we just did a 50 pack and people had like 2, and I was just like, well, I don't want these to go to waste.
Did you dip? Did you dip?
Oh yeah, it's probably sweet and sour, probably some ranch there. I can't remember.
What are the flavors that they have there? Because I haven't had them.
Sweet and sour.
Honey
barbecue.
mustard. Honey mustard.
No, I don't know if they have honey mustard. They had hot mustard at one point.
Yeah, weird hot mustard.
Weird hot mustard.
Yeah, it's
Sweet-
almost
sweet
like they
and
took the
sour.
relish and it wasn't good.
Sweet and sour barbecue sauce, buffalo. I don't
They used to
if
have
they
honey,
ranch.
just plain honey. Like you could. Just
Yeah, they
get
had no.
honey.
They still have plain honey.
Just plain honey. Yeah.
At one point, they had like a habanero or like a sriracha or something. I don't remember, but
Tangy barbecue, spicy buffalo, creamy ranch, honey mustard, honey, and sweet and
I
sour.
just like the honey.
oh, maybe it's the Canada McDonald's I'm thinking of then, because we don't have like honey mustard.
It's a zesty Dijon with sweet notes of honey.
Ooh.
Creamy ranch, spicy buffalo, it's peppery salt and vinegar flavored sauce. More salt. That's just what they need.
More salt on it.
How about if we go and it's like, what can we do to like get these?
Got it.
I wonder
Eureka.
if they make like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Like I have my bobblehead, my Colonel bobblehead. I wonder if they make Kentucky Fried Chicken, Colonel Sanders salt and pepper shakers. That would be nice. Except they come with 2 salt and 1 pepper.
2 salt.
Well, it's just like they try to brand the 11 herbs and spices, and it's like ingredients we can't tell you.
Condiment sauces. They also have ketchup, mustard, mayo, and tartar sauce. Rod is big on the tartar on his filet-o fish.
Yes. That's so good.
$360 calories in that filet-o fish.
Well, yeah. Look how much is in a Big Mac.
Did you get it with the half slice of American cheese?
Yeah, because if they give you the whole slice, it's too much cheese, and then it overpowers the taste of the fish.
All right. There you have it. From the expert's mouth.
That's why it's the only half. And these ones, I like the under here. I don't think FIU can score enough points to even get us to an over in this one. I like the under. Was it 56.5? Yeah, I like the under in this one. Just FIU is not going to be able to run and gun. They're not scoring in the 30s. So take the under in that one. And I like BYU here. I think BYU, just with the strength of their schedule, played the much tougher schedule. And they're the better solid team in that one. So I'll take BYU in that one.
Ruffalo's going to get Nuggets after this. This is one of the comments, but it'll be tomorrow's news. Man photographed going through McDonald's drive-through with no pants on.
And it's just like one of those ugly pictures that the paparazzi takes. I've got like 3 nuggets hanging out of my mouth, like looking like I'm screaming at them.
McDonald's used to do pizza.
Yeah.
Sure,
like back in the day.
Sure, it was
20. Oh, it was good. Used to get a pizza in a 20 nugget pack. Good stuff.
With sweet and sour sauce. What's your sauce, Rod? Honey.
I like honey. I'm the honey guy. I like just honey or plain. I don't like their barbecue. I don't like their sweet and sour. It's like, oh, what is this?
I'll take BYU in this one against East Carolina. I think they run them over. They played a really, really tough schedule. BYU, tough building. I want to take FIU. Louisiana Tech's like 0-100 on the road. Go to our last sport, but not least, the NHL. How did we do yesterday in the NHL? Did Montreal win?
They did, yeah.
There you go. See?
Montreal won it outright.
Flyers won.
How about the Blackhawks puck line?
Covered plus the 1.5.
There we go.
Canucks got their first win.
Vegas against the Ducks. Blue Jackets against the Bruins. And the Devils against the Avalanche. I like the Avalanche.
Yeah, I do too. I'm going to take the Avs in that one. They're just a far better team, and you're getting them at a gift price. I think the Devils and some of those advanced analytics would say they're playing well offensively, but my eye test says I still don't trust this New Jersey Devils team. So give me the Colorado Avalanche here, and I'm also going to take Vegas on the puck line against the Anaheim Ducks. Vegas just a far better team. Being at home here, Anaheim already 1-4 on the road to the puck line this season. I got to think Vegas whoops up on them as they have basically the entire history of these two teams. So give me Vegas -1.5.
Rod?
And I like Boston here to get a win. Even on the back-to-back here with the return of Marchand, he looked like he didn't even miss a beat when he comes back, and I figured he might mess things up. No, he just did miss a beat, scored a goal, got a couple assists, just made Boston even better than what they already were. So now they're going to go on the road and beat up on this Columbus team who does not look good. Allmark will probably get the start in that one, and Swayman got the start last night, so we'll go with Boston in that one. I agree. Take Vegas. The Ducks 1-6 against on the puck line, while this Vegas team 6-2 to the puck line. So I'm gonna go with the Vegas on the puck line and the Bruins in those three.
I like Avalanche. Go to our next set of games. Islanders visit the Hurricane. Wow, big odds here on the Islanders, +168. That's not bad. Worth a shot. We'll Roman Elliott that one. Penguins at the Canucks. And Arizona, 2 wins this season. That's twice as many wins as they had last year. Up against the Jets.
I'm going to take the under in that Islanders Hurricanes game. It's the only one I really like in these three. I think it's just a defensive battle. 1 to 3 wins, quality goaltending on both sides. The Islanders like playing a low scoring style, and the Hurricanes 1-4-1 to the under already this season. I gotta think we get a 1 to 3 wins kind of game here. So give me the under 6.5 Islanders and Hurricanes.
I think that's down to 5.5. No,
was it down to 5.5? I thought I saw 6. Oh yeah, 5.5. 5.5. There you go. Okay, yeah, I still like it at 5.5 though.
I think that's the first one of those we've seen in this season. Not low. Maybe a couple before that, but not many. Not many at 5.5 this season. So it's a 5.5 for a reason. I agree. Give me the under in that one. That's definitely an under game. 2 hard-hitting teams that battle. So I like the under there. I like the over in the Penguins and Canucks. Canucks 5-3 to the over this season. Penguins 5-2 to the over this season. Both teams can light it up. Canucks on the back-to-back. Definitely going to give up some goals. Definitely going to score their fair share. I like the over in that one. And I like the over in the Jets and Coyotes. Jets will probably start in their backup in that one. And we see the Coyotes 5-1 to the over this season. I like the over 6.5. We see some goals in Winnipeg.
I don't love this slot as much as the other one, but I don't know. I think I'll just take the Islanders. All right, it's that time. Parlays.
I'm going to take Vegas on the puck line. I'm going to take Louisiana Tech laying the points, and I'm going to take the under between the Bucks and Knicks. Cross-sport parlay.
For me, we're going to take the Boston Bruins on the money line. We're going to take the over in the Penguins game. We're going to take the Jazz plus the points. And we're going to take the under in the Lakers game.
Islanders money line, Pistons money line, FIU money line, all parlayed up with an Astros sweep of the Phillies. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one.